Hello and welcome to Getting Real. I'm Kyle Parido and today we're going to take a deeper look into the artistic mind of Sabrina Abelo. Welcome.
Hi.
So Sabrina played in the band in her high school. So what is it that you did specifically?
Well, I played trumpet for about 10 years. Started at age 8 going into 9, so like 9.5 years, I guess. And then horn for about 7. And then my junior year, I switched schools and then I became a drum major my senior year. So yeah, that's what I did. I was a drum major, leadership, horn, trumpet, jazz band, drum line, everything.
So what were your overall goals for music?
My overall goal starting off was to just perfect my craft. I wanted to be the best I could be, possibly. I was self-taught on trumpet, so I wanted to teach myself how to be better. Then that way, when I got into real music classes, when I reached junior high, I would be at a certain level to where it wouldn't be difficult for me to learn or learn more. And two was to learn as many instruments as possible. I wanted to just be a jack of all trades when it came to that.
So when you were starting out, did you have any influences that pushed you forward to want to make music?
My mother and sister. My mom was a musician. My sister was a musician. They both did it in high school. So when I got into junior high, or when my sister got into junior high, when my sister got into junior high, my mom was like, well, here you go. You're going to learn this instrument too. So they were my main influences in wanting to go and do this and look forward to doing it and wanting to do it for as long as I did it, with the commitment value as well.
So along the way, I'm sure you've had up and down moments, but what's your favorite specific moment that you've had?
My specific moment that I realized that I just loved doing this was my last show. It was the last time I would ever be in my uniform. It was the last time I would be where I was. It was just a lot of lasts. And we got done with this show and looking at it, because I had the best view in the house. It was the best show that we'd ever put on, or that I'd ever been in, and that we'd ever put on, whether it be for that season or in years past. And the roaring of the crowd afterwards, it made me realize that I just love this, and I love doing this, and that was the moment for me when it may have been a long time, but that was the moment that I realized that's why I did this. That's why I enjoy this. That's why I did this for 6 years.
So you said that's your last moment and you felt that way. However, since then you haven't picked up music as much. Is there anything at the time, were you thinking you were going to take it further, or did you say, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm going to move on to something else in my life at that point?
I never really thought about doing it after high school because of the fact that I really just needed to think about a future for like a job where I could do this and I could make money, and it wasn't something that I wanted to pursue afterwards. I have friends that want to pursue it, that they are currently pursuing it, and they are amazing people. They're amazing players, and it's something that they have the deep passion for it, and that's why I just didn't have that super deep passion for music. I love it, I love doing it, but I wouldn't want to make a job out of it.
Do you think one day you would reconsider and possibly go back to that if you had more time or resources?
No, because what I'm doing now is what I really have the true passion for. So, yeah, I love music. I love playing music. I love listening to music, but it's just...
Okay, folks, we will be right back after the commercial break to hear a little more about Sabrina and the decisions that she's made and what it means. Getting Reel, and just before the break, we were discussing with Sabrina about her past and what made her want to do music. But I kind of want to transition to, I know there's two different facets of band in high school. So there's the football games, which is a big showcase for you, as well as the tournaments. I personally played football, and I know the band was always my favorite part of the football games. I'll always remember that. What's your favorite part? Which one of those?
It's really hard to choose between which one was my favorite part of it, because you have different aspects, different environments, different energy. You have different people. When we go to tournaments, you have people that know what we're doing. They know the hours we put in. They know just how difficult it actually is than what many think it is. Versus at football games, when you still have the fans. They love going and seeing they love seeing us play. They love doing it, but they may not have the firm understanding of how long it takes or how much we have to put into it. But they still love us, and at the football games you get a chance to talk to the people that love watching the show, and you get to communicate and you get to see them, and you know that those are real people. At tournaments, we don't necessarily get that we don't get that luxury, because you go, you practice, you warm up, you go on the field, you perform, you leave. You go into the stands, you wait for awards, and you leave. And that's pretty much what happens. We don't get to go into the stands and talk to those people and sit with them, and they get up close with us, because one, they're there to see their own kids, and two, well, there's not enough room to fit 200 more people. And then just think about it, 200 people plus 150 plus like 60, and like all these different bands. So I really can't choose which one that I like more. It's just different environments, and it just depends on what you're looking for when it comes to those.
Got it. Yeah, for me, I would always see 12-hour days coming from the band. They would kick us off the field and then literally be there. We would do 2 days, but it was not even close to as long as what you guys experienced. So the respect, for sure, as far as the work you guys put in, is there.
About 25 hours a week.
That's insane. So as you went on, you said that your family had played music prior. Were they supporting you, friends and family? Were you getting a lot of support to continue your dream?
Yes. They supported me more than I supported myself. My mother pushed us, me and my sister pushed us for music. She said, you need to learn an instrument. You need to do band. You need to try it out, see how you like it. And we loved it, and we ended up doing it for longer than she expected. And so they are my biggest support system. My mom was a booster when my sister was in high school. She was a booster when I was in high school. She followed me when I left one school and went to the other. So my mother and my sister were the biggest support system that I could ever ask for, more than what I asked for, because of the fact that they pushed me to do what I wanted to do. They supported everything that I wanted to do. They supported me when I switched schools. They supported me when I went out for leadership. And they supported me when I got the leadership position. So they support me more than I supported myself.
So that's all positive and all that kind of good stuff, but was there any unpleasant parts about performing?
Definitely. You're always going to have the unpleasant parts of every situation you're in. For me, it was more of the social and behind-the-scenes aspect more than the performance aspect. So it was more, people didn't know me, so they didn't want to listen to me. They didn't want to deal with me because they thought I was so new. They were like, I don't know you, why should I listen to you? And it was the same with instructors as well. Instructors didn't know me. So you dealt with students who didn't like you, students who didn't trust you, instructors that didn't know you and didn't want to know you. And so the only people that I had was the band director and the parents. And so that was unpleasant social.
Thank you so much for being here. It was Getting Real with Parido. Thank you so much, folks.